Hi, it's Tina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is an October week 2 check-in on my budget, as well as cash stuffing, a little bit of incremental income. Some of it I went ahead and left in my account just to kind of keep adding to that cushion. But we will cash stuff part of that and then pay ourselves back for what we have spent out of our envelope. So that sounds like something you'd be interested in. Please follow along. And I apologize in advance for any dogs barking, ring going off. My daughter and son-in-law are moving out on Tuesday, so there's a lot of in and out of the house today, but I'm going to just try to get this done with the least amount of disruption as possible. So I have gone ahead and listed all of my transactions and put them onto the main calendar. So a lot of, not as, well, I felt like I had a lot of transactions. So where I have this little line right here is where I ended the last part of my transactions. So this is what I have done so far. So all of these have been transferred onto my main calendar. And so we're going to go ahead and add this up, and then we'll take the money out of the account, out of the envelopes. So I hope you are all doing well. We have finally hit fall in Arizona, so very excited to have my electric bill go down, be able to open up my house, put away shorts and t-shirts, and actually get to wear something cozy. So the first thing we're going to talk about is groceries. I had Walmart for $22, Costco for $23, Safeway for $12, and Walmart for $15. So $72 altogether. And then eating out, you're going to see a lot on one day. Firebirds, my daughter and I split that for my son-in-law's birthday. That was $51. In and Out, $16. That was for my granddaughter and I. And then, which is sad at 2.5, she can really eat a whole hamburger by herself. McDonald's for $9. Applebee's for $31, and Burger King for $9. Okay, frightening how much I ate yesterday. So I worked yesterday, so on my way to work, I grabbed a breakfast sandwich from Burger King, and then I met my daughter at my other daughter's house. We watched the kids last night. I picked up Applebee's for us and McDonald's for my granddaughter. So yeah, expensive week. $116 altogether. And spending, I only had one transaction, and that was, oh, I didn't put it on here. That was $12. I'll just go ahead and add that really quick. Oh no, it's up here. Okay. I did buy some cards, and I didn't have it on my last check-in. So that was $12. Didn't spend anything for my mom. Gas, I got gas once. That was $56. Have not spent from miscellaneous or household. Entertainment, I did spend, and that was $62 or $61. Medicine, I did not spend from, and then personal care, I did not spend from. So I had a lot of medical bills this week, dentist, and physical therapy. So those are transfers, but I did not buy, no, what did I miss it? Okay. Make sure everything's checked off. Okay. And then we'll talk through anything that's in this green color is a sinking fund. So I'll show you where we're going to be pulling those things from. Okay. I either need a bigger desk or smaller things. Okay, let's get started. So for groceries, it is $72. Now, before we get started, I just want to go back to a comment that was on my last video, which actually has made me laugh all week long. So I know my method of counting money is a little all over the board. Part of it is that I don't have a lot of room on my desk. If I do, it kind of goes out of focus and then you can't see what I'm doing. I've also gotten comments before if I zoom it too much out that you can't see the writing. You can't really see what the transactions are and things like that. So I'm trying to balance those two. So when I left my last video, this back to bank money equaled $535. And the other $10, I think I put a note in the video, actually was part of my rollover money. So I'm starting with 50 again. This is my incremental money. I'm cash stuffing, so I'm going to just put that to the side right now. And then this is the money. So this money, I just re-added it up, was $525. So that is my back to bank money from my first cash unstuffing. And then up here is my rollover money. I'm still very short on ones, but I did put fives in here so that everything is balanced again. So I just wanted to comment on that because I do not want to cause anybody anxiety when you're watching me count money. And I'll try to be a little bit more organized today. But I appreciate the comment. It really did make me laugh. Not in like a bad way, but in a good way to say, you know, I appreciate you watching and I will try to do better not to create more anxiety for you. Okay, so I'm gonna put the grocery money back here. 50, 20, and 2 is 72. And so if I started with 564 minus 72, I should have 492. 1, 2, 3, 350, 4, 450, 470, 490, 1, 2. Okay, 492. Now, I did, my husband did go to Costco for my daughter. She Venmo'd me back her amount, but we still need to go do Costco for us. So that most of that, about 200 of it will go this week. So eating out, and you take out 116. So 50, 70, 90, 110. Let's see what we got in here. 115, 116. Okay, so I'll put that up there. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 116. And so we started with 208 minus 116, I should have 92. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 91, 2. Okay, that's right. And then in spending, I need to take out 12. So I'm going to put in a 20 and take back 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I started with 165 minus 12. It's 153. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's right. My mom, I didn't spend anything. Gas was $1.95. I had started with $1.95. I used 56. 20, 40, 50. Okay, I'm just gonna put in 55 because I do not have a 1. I really don't have any more to do. Okay. So 20, 40, 65, 55, 20, 40, 55. Just change that on here. So I started with 195 minus 55 is 140. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 140. Now, I'm not sure how it is where you live, in the state that you live in, but our gas jumped up about $1 a gallon overnight. And I've been using, if I can't get to Sam's Club or Costco, I will use my husband's reward number at Circle K, which has been giving me about 40 cents off a gallon, but for some reason I used it the other day and I got 3 cents off the gallon. So I probably would not have filled up there because I do put premium in my car and it was almost $5 I got a gallon. But I was that low on gas and I knew I wasn't gonna have another time to do it. So I think next time I'll go to either Costco or to Sam's Club before I get that low so I don't have to deal with that. Medicine I did not use. Self-care I did not use. Entertainment was 61. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 1. $2 left. My daughter was having a really rough day, so I went and picked up dinner for us at Buffalo Wild Wings and told her she did not need to pay me back. So that gives me $2 in entertainment. So I started with 63, used 61, $2. Okay, so that's everything. Let's make sure. Okay, so going into week 3, I do have a few more envelopes I need to pull from, but we'll do this part first. So going into week 3, I have $4.92 for groceries, $92 for eating out, spending at $153, miscellaneous at $40, gas at $140, miscellaneous at $100, right? Household at $100. Entertainment $2, medicine at $72, and personal care at $327. Now I am getting my hair cut and colored next week, so that'll be $200 off the top of that. Right now I cannot get pedicures. I have an infection in one of my nails, so I'm just not going there. So I'll have plenty of money to roll over in that category. So let me find my note. Okay, so the other categories that I spent from, gifts, $50. I have a gifting fund that's at Capital One. That's just like random gifts. So a friend of my daughter's had a baby, very long journey, and so I sent them a DoorDash gift card for their meal train. Clothing. Okay, I have $20 in my envelope. I spent $80, but I'm going to put in money, so I'm going to kind of do that at the end. And then medical, which is a transfer, was $284. Christmas, I need to pull $20. And then planning, $87. So planning is an envelope. I did pick up some things for my new planners from Coffee Monster Co. When she had her launch on the 11th. So 87, and I have 126. So if I do 100 minus 87, 13 back. So I'll put the 100 in. Bring that 5 over there. Okay, let's see if that works. So I started with 126. I took out 87. I should have 39. 25. Let's just organize this for a minute here. 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay. So 39 left in planning and journaling. And then in clothing, I go ahead and take out the 20. And then I'm adding 100. So I'll need to take 60 out of that. Now, what I did the other day, because at the end of last, like when winter was done and I knew I wasn't going to need winter clothes at all. And I went through my closet and I purged anything that had a little hole or had a stain or I don't wear it, anything like that. So I pretty much got rid of most of my winter clothes. So I went through and I just bought some more like t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that. Just really casual stuff that I can wear, you know, to my daughter's house, things like that. Not really nice things, but just very inexpensive. But I just needed to get some more winter clothes. So I did that the other day because they were just putting it out and I could find some things. So that is why I kind of spent the money before I had the money. So, but now we'll figure it out. I also have not tried anything on. So I may try things on and end up returning things and then I'll have to figure out how to put the money back in. And that is everything out of here. So we did planning. Christmas is a transfer. I did the 20 for clothing out of the envelope. Gifts a transfer, and planning is done. Okay, so let's go ahead and cash stuff the incremental income, and then we'll go from there. So for my incremental income, I went ahead and wrote it in here already. So I am cash stuffing $210. And that is 150, 170, 190, 210. And this is the way that I broke it out. So for clothing, it is 100. So just to make sure I'm doing this right, I'm gonna put it in. Here's clothing, but I need to take 60 out of here. So I'm gonna put that here and put 40 in. So the net of adding the 100 minus what I spent, I'll have 40 in clothing. And then for, okay, that was that. And then planning, I'm gonna put 50. Again, I'm gonna change the way this envelope is. It's really gonna be more hobbies. than anything else. I'm going to add 50 back into that one. So now I have 50, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So now I have 89. And I will update that one. And then Thanksgiving is going to be 20. So I am hosting Thanksgiving this year, which I have not hosted in a long time. So I will definitely need more money in here, but at the cash stuffing for the 1st of November, I will add more. So I currently have 40 and I'm adding 20. So now I have 60 in Thanksgiving. My plan is to buy the turkey and the ham and then make the sides. I'm not a person that enjoys potlucks. I just want people to come over and enjoy. So between my daughter and I, we are going to make all the sides, you know, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, all that kind of stuff. They just voted on a very traditional Thanksgiving meal, which is great. And so I don't want people to have to bring food. So I know it's going to be more expensive, which is great. You know, it's fine. But I need to kind of figure out what all the ingredients are going to be, how much the turkey and the ham are going to be this year, and then create a budget for Thanksgiving based on that to come out of my next check. And then beauty is going to get 20. I am getting close to needing some replenishment on some cleansers. My shampoo or conditioner, I forget which one it is going to have to replace soon. So now I have 40. It's not going to go very far, but I can definitely look at my next check. And then Starbucks, I'm going to put 20 in here. I think I'm going to need to reload my card, but I don't know for sure. I haven't gone for a while. So Starbucks is 20. And that's all I have in that. Okay, very quickly, $210. Okay, now I'm almost afraid to do this on camera, but I'm gonna try it. And let's see what I should have been put back and what I have in my back to bank. Okay, so groceries was 72. Eating out was 116. Spending was 12. Gas was 55. Entertainment was 61. Clothing was 80. And planning was 87. So 483 plus the 525, 1,008. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to write down that number. 1,008. 300. 150. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60, 83. 20, 40, 60, 84. 20, 40, 60, 85. 500. 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 3. Yay! It worked. 1,008. The main reason why I do this is when I look at my credit card and I do mid-month payments, I know what bills are going to come out of that, and so I've already taken that money out of what I call my checking. I use a check register. I don't know if most of you even have ever seen a check register, but it is my best budgeting tool. So at the beginning of the month, I write in all the bills that are coming out of there and all the ones that are, you know, that I know are going to hit the account. So all of my bills, things like that. What will sometimes be variables is, for example, when my husband goes to Costco and spends $250 and $240 that is my daughter, she Venmos me back. I then transfer that back to my checking account and then write that send that money back to my Capital One. So there's a lot of Venmoing that goes on in my family. So I really, if I don't keep track of that, I put it back into my checking account and I don't remember that I need to pay that to my credit card. The other part of it is if I'm looking at $1,008 that's here is on my card, but the cash is not in my checking account because it's still here. So I just want to make sure that I'm not going to struggle to pay off my card at the end of the month because I've overspent money that I really shouldn't have because it was not in an envelope and it wasn't a planned expense. So that is why I like to keep that running total so that when I look at my balance that I have right now, I can say, okay, this is, here's my balance minus the $1,008 that I have here in my back to bank, plus, the bills that I've already transferred. The first payment I've done, I do one on the 15th and one on the end of the month. And so I know what bills I still have to account for. So I can just always keep a running total that what's on my card. If I don't do it that way, I am just really scrambling at the end of the month, seeing if I've overspent somewhere where I did not have the money to spend. So, okay, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not done so already, please consider subscribing. I hope you are all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.